So welcome to your first session of Unwind and Sleep Well with Pilates. So as you heard in the introduction, this course is all about building mind-body connections. So we're going to start right now. So we're going to begin the course standing up. So we spend most of our day standing. We function in a standing posture. So it's really important that we teach the brain that we're now transitioning from our daily life into our nighttime sleep preparation. So if you're able to stand, try and stand hip distance apart and spread out the feet. And we're just going to let the arms rest by our sides. So if you're happy to close your eyes and you don't have a balance disorder, we're going to go ahead and do that right now. And we're going to take 3 quiet breaths in your own time. So just allow the eyes to close and you're going to inhale through the nose very softly, very gently, just a quiet inhale. And then just let that go, just through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And you're going to go 2 more times. No rush, take your time. Inhale through the nose. And exhaling. Very soft, very gentle. And one last time, inhaling. And exhale. Good, so allow the eyes to softly open and we're going to get right down onto the floor now to move into our unwind section of the sleep program. So we're now lying down on the mat, ready for our sleep program. So this position with the knees bent, feet flat on the floor is the constructive rest position. If this is comfortable for you, please adopt this position. But if you prefer, you can straighten your legs out and have your legs straight along your mat, as long as that doesn't hurt your lower back. So whichever position feels more comfortable for you. And allow your hands to either rest on your belly or down by your sides. Allow your eyes to softly close. And we're now entering the unwind section of this class. And we're going to begin with a body scan. So this will really start to release muscular tension from the body. If your mind starts to wander, please bring it back and just refocus your mind on the exercise and my voice. So we're going to start with the feet. So send all your attention down to your feet and feel all the bones in the toes and the feet starting to soften and relax. Travel up to the ankle joint. See if there's any tension around the ankle and just allow that to soften. Continue to travel up the leg through the calf muscles, softening the kneecaps, up through the thighs, into the pelvis and onto your hips. Just scan now the lower legs and the upper leg and see if you're holding any tension through the legs at all. There's no right or wrong, just observe how you're holding your body. Continue now into the tummy. Allow the tummy to be soft. You may notice that your tummy is rising and falling as you inhale and exhale. Continue into the ribs. See if you can allow the ribs to soften and widen into the back of your mat. And then continue up into your shoulders, an area where we hold lots of tension during the day. Can those shoulders melt into the floor? Can you feel the shoulder blades sinking down into your mat? Travel down the arms, through the upper arm, the elbow, the lower arm, down into your hands and allow the palms to soften and all the joints in your fingers to feel soft and spacious. You may start to feel some tingling around the body as the body starts to soften and the brain becomes aware of all the body parts. Come back to the shoulders and travel up the throat. Allow the neck to feel heavy. Into the head. Can you feel the back of your head resting on your mat? Feel the jaw soft and allow the tongue to rest on the roof of your mouth so that your teeth are slightly apart. Can you let your eyes fall back inside the head? So there's a sense of heaviness around the head. Notice your breath as it continues to rise and fall with your inhale and exhale. And really get a sense now that the muscular tension is leaving the body. It's almost as though the thought of moving the body is too much effort now. And just enjoy for a moment that sense of release through the body. There's no tension, no holding. And just enjoy the feeling of the belly rising and falling as you breathe. And we'll continue to do that for a few more moments. Feeling that weightiness into the back of the mat. So as you feel the weight into the mat, we're going to transition now into our exercises. So very slow and mindfully start to bring the legs back so that your feet are flat on the floor. And just find a comfortable position where you can just let your pelvis rest. Now keep that sense of heaviness that we've just created and just take a moment to re-establish that sense of weight. And we're going to begin with some neck rolls. So it's most important here that we don't use our muscular energy to do these exercises. So I want you to try and just allow your head to roll from left to right, very slowly, but almost feeling it's the weight of your own head that is moving the head. So we're not using our neck muscles, we're not using muscular energy. We're just feeling the weightiness of our head. So our head weighs about 12 pounds. So it's very heavy. And if we allow it, it will just roll on its own. And what this does is start to ease off any neck tension you might have accumulated during the day. Just be mindful that you're not allowing your shoulders to come off the mat as you do this. So we want to leave those shoulders nice and heavy. And we'll just do one more each side. Notice if you feel any tension. Try not to push yourself. If you feel any discomfort, don't push into the pain. We're here to ease pain out of the body. So very gently, and we'll make that the last one. And then just let your head rest back so that you're looking up at the ceiling. You can, of course, do all these exercises with the eyes closed once you get familiar with them. Now we're going to move into some neck circles. So I want you to keep your head nice and heavy. And we're going to imagine we've got a pencil on the end of our nose. And we're going to start drawing a little circle on the ceiling. And again, we're using the weight of our head to draw this circle. I'm trying to keep my shoulders nice and heavy. And I'm just rolling my head in this circular motion, easing out any tension I might have through the neck and head. And we're going to do about 5 in each direction. Again, if any of this feels uncomfortable, just reduce the movement or make it smaller. Okay, so that's 5. We're going to go the other way, nice and easy, in your own time, just gradually easing your neck out of tension. And again, can you feel the weight of your head? Really let the head rest in the mat as you're doing this. Try not to resist gravity. Okay, we're going to do just one more. And coming back to center on that last one. Where does your head feel comfortable to rest? Now from here we're going to start to move the pelvis. So the pelvis is where your hips are, so your hip bones. So if you just let your hands rest on your hips and feel again the weight of your hands resting on your hips. Now we're going to move into pelvic rolls. Again, try not to use any muscular tension. So we're going to just allow the bones to roll. So with my hands resting on the pelvis, I'm going to let the pelvis start to roll forward. So it's a very gentle movement. You will see that my back comes off the mat a little bit, that's okay. And then I'm going to let the weight of my bones roll me back. So we'll continue to roll the pelvis a few more times, just easing out any lower back tension, gently massaging the back of the body. Try and do this as easy as possible. How easy can you make this rolling action? And we'll just do one more. So we're going to roll forward and roll back, and then let the pelvis rest back in a comfortable position. Now we're going to make that movement a little bit bigger. We're going to try and make that into a circular motion. So again, if you rest your hands on your pelvis, you're going to again roll the pelvis forward. This time we're going to try and roll it to the side, so like we did with our nose. So we're going to roll the pelvis around, and we're just going to roll it back so the back flattens, and then we're going to roll it to the other side. So again, you're drawing a circle on your mat underneath you. Again, I'm trying not to push or force the movement of the pelvis. If you notice, the rest of the body is kind of quiet. So what you don't want to see is that you're moving too much. We're not rolling the legs around, okay? So the legs stay very quiet, and you're gently rolling that pelvis. So can you feel the pelvic bones moving? Can you feel your hip bones? Do you feel that connection with your body? And let's go the other way. And don't worry too much if this is a challenge for you at this stage. Just start to feel the movement. If there's any restriction, don't push into it, but just start to feel that you can actually move your body in very gentle, mindful movements. So we'll just do one more of these pelvic circles as we roll gently to the side, around and back, coming back into a comfortable position. And now just let your arms rest back down by your side, palms facing down. Again, it's a good opportunity to gently scan the body again, check we haven't put any tension back into the body. It's quite normal if that happens, so just be aware, refocus, and allow the body to settle again. So we're going to move into some arm movements now. Again, try not to use too much muscular energy for this exercise. We're trying to make everything slow and mindful. So again, feel the weight of your body into the mat. And I want you to stay really focused on this heaviness through the back of your body. So as you exhale, feel the body sinking into the mat. And as you sink into the mat, I want you to let your arms float up off the floor and just gently move them overhead. So it's not about reaching the floor, it's about maintaining heaviness into the back of the body. So I don't want to go so far that I feel my back now starts to arch. Okay, that would put tension into your body. So stop whenever you need to stop, but you still feel that your back is weighted down. So it may be, if you've got some shoulder issues, that you can only come to here. That doesn't matter. We're working wherever we are today. So we're going to move to our comfortable position, feeling the weightiness into the mat. And then we're going to gently roll the arms back and be really slow. Don't let them drop to the floor. And we're going to do that 4 more times. We're going to slowly raise the arms up. Feel the bones rolling in the shoulder sockets. Nice and easy. Breathing is quiet, and back we come. So in your own time, I'd like you to continue this arm rolling exercise, observing how the arm bones literally roll. Okay, we're not straining, we're not stressing the body, we're slowing it down. We're observing how we move. And just being aware of even the air traveling through our fingers as we move up and down. We're aware of every part of the body. And this is our last one now, coming up, Feel the weight of those shoulders. Try and feel those shoulders weighted down. Now this time you're going to finish your exercise with your fingertips pointing up at your ceiling. Again, get a sense of the weight of the arms there into the mat. And we're going to gently allow the arms to roll out to the side. Now again, we don't want to go so far that the ribs come off the mat. So again, work at your own range and then slowly roll them back up. So it's the same exercise, we're just going in a different plane of movement. We're coming out and back in. Again, don't worry if you can only move your arms to here. Really doesn't matter. It's your body, this is your time to just slow down and relax. So we're going to do 2 more. Just breathing normally. So as long as you're breathing, doesn't matter when you're inhaling, when you're exhaling, just to let the breath flow. And we're coming back up, finishing again with our fingertips pointing up at the ceiling. We're going to move into some really lovely, relaxing shoulder drops. We're going to allow the arms to gently reach forward off the mat. You'll feel your shoulder blades come off the mat. Take an exhale as you allow the arms to soften back down onto the floor. Again, it's not about how high we reach. It's about getting a sense of that heaviness as the arms come back down. Really feel this. It's almost as though the arm bones want to go through the floor. It's a very gentle shoulder release exercise. 2 more times. Feel the shoulders lift off the floor. Exhale helps you feel heavy. So take the exhale, bring the arms back down. 1 more time. Inhaling, feel the rounding of your shoulders. Exhaling, coming back down. We're going to finish this arm section with just taking the arms overhead 1 more time. And you're going to circle the arms around the body. Notice how the arms change position, the palms finish facing down. So we're going to float the arms up. Again, feel that weightiness into the back of the mat. Circle around the body, coming back down. So the whole time we're doing this, we're trying to keep the body really heavy and connected into the floor. Again, if you need to do smaller circles, that's absolutely fine. We're going to reverse the circle now. We're going to lift up first. Gently roll the arms back down to the floor. And we're going to do 2 more times. Opening the chest, releasing that tension we might have built up around the chest. And this is our last one. Out to the side, all the way back up, and lowering your arms all the way back down to the mat. Allow the palms to gently turn to face the ceiling. Again, reassess the body. Just check back in, check we're still soft and heavy. And our final exercise of our sleep-focused exercises are our knee rolls. So we're going to start to gently roll the pelvis to the side. Just gently, gently. Doesn't have to reach the floor. And we're going to roll the body back to the mat. So again, I'm just gently allowing the pelvis to roll here. Try not to collapse onto the mat. We don't want to fall onto the floor. Okay, we're just gently rolling. Again, easing out the lower back. It's almost a rocking motion, just as we were when we were small and we were rolling around on the floor. Just see if you can find that ease of movement as you rock your body from left to right. Trying not to push, not to force. If you can, allow the shoulders to stay heavy. Try not to let the shoulders come off the floor. Notice how the feet roll with you. So you roll onto the edges of your feet, you roll back, and you roll onto the outer edge, the other side. And we're going to do 1 more each side, nice and slow. Just observing how the legs roll, the pelvis rolls. Good. And now you're going to come back to center. We're going to move now into our mindful meditation, our sleep phase section. So you may want at this stage to straighten your legs again, if that's comfortable for your back. And you may want to rest your hands on your belly. So find a position that works for you. If you prefer to keep the knees bent, please do so. So allow your eyes to close. Rest your hands on your belly. And start to scan the body, much like we did at the beginning of this class. So start with the feet and gently work your way through the body, scanning for any tension and allowing the body to settle again. So in your own time, just work your way from your feet, through the legs, through the torso, down the arms and the head. If you find there is tension, just see if you can allow that to release. So sometimes we hold muscular tension, we don't even realize we're doing it. I want you to observe the breath as it comes in and out of the body. So with your hands on your belly, we'll feel the breath rising and falling as we inhale and exhale. Now for this particular exercise, I want you to be really observant of what the exhale gives you. So every time you exhale, I want you to feel as though the body gets heavier and sinks down into the mattress a little bit deeper. So it's almost as though we're making this big imprint of our body onto the mattress. So the deeper you sink, the more you feel the shape of your body in the mattress. And as you do this, notice what kind of shape you're making. So maybe one leg would make more of an imprint than the other. Maybe you're heavier on one side of your body than the other. Maybe your head feels heavier than your pelvis. What sort of gaps would there be in your mattress? So is there an arch in your lower back? Is there space behind your shoulders? So start to get a sense of where there's weight and where there is space. And get a mental picture of what your body looks like. So remember, every time you exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper down into your mattress? Feel the support of the mattress. Feel safe to let go. If your mind starts to wander, bring yourself back to your breath and this sinking feeling down into the mattress. So that when we end the session, if you were to stand above your mattress looking down at the shape you've made, would you have an idea of the shape of your body, where the weight is falling, where you might be holding onto your body? And if you do get a sense that you're still holding on, send all your attention to that area and give it permission to let go. So start to allow the body to sink in that area a little bit more. So in your own time, continue to breathe, continue to observe the body sinking. So as this session comes to a close, you may find you want to stay here a little bit longer and continue this breathing exercise. And when you're ready, gently roll to your side before you stand and make your way to bed. So sleep well tonight, and I'll see you for session 2 tomorrow.